everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. If you're anything like me, you love paper. So is there such a thing as ugly paper? Stay tuned. Y'all, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for the wonderful ways in which you support me and my channel. A special thank you to all of my monthly members and my Patreon supporters. Thank you all so much for the wonderful investment you offer in helping to make this free content available to everyone. Y'all, there's an old saying, and it goes something like this: beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, if that's true, then I beholden some really ugly papers. I am going to flip to my overhead camera and give you a look at what I consider to be ugly papers, and then something we might be able to do with them. So I have 3 different papers here that by my liking are not pretty. They're ugly to me. Now you might look at these and say, I don't see anything wrong with them. And that's okay, because we all see things differently. But for me and the style of paper that I like, this would never, ever, ever be a choice for me. Now, why do I have it? Well, papers have on occasion been gifted to me, and they've been gifted to me in boxes or piles, and these papers are in there. But even when we buy paper pads, we might buy the paper pad because we like particular papers in it, but then there are papers in that pad that we absolutely know that we would never use. So there are many ways that you can come to have ugly papers in your possession. But remember, and keep this in mind throughout this whole conversation, that what's ugly to one person might not be ugly to another. You define what papers are ugly to you, and someone else might look at the same papers and say, I love them. Where can I get them? So if you happen to like any of the papers that I'm showing here, don't take this video as me slighting your choice, your likes. I'm simply saying that for me, I consider these to be ugly papers. So this one is a single-sided sheet. I think it would be more suited for some juvenile crafting. The colors, the flowers, nothing about it is realistic in how it looks. So it's not something that I would use, and it's not something that my eye would ever be drawn to. So for me, I would categorize this as an ugly paper. I don't know what in the heck is going on with this one. It too is single-sided. When I looked at it, I thought, well, maybe I could do some masculine paper crafting with it, and maybe I could. But again, it's just one of those papers that I wouldn't be drawn to, and it's one of those papers that's actually been sitting in my stash for a very long time, and I thought I'd pull it out as an example of what ugly papers are to me. And then this one is a double-sided paper. I can see using the back side of this because it has some nice script on it and it's very muted. But the front of this paper, it's just not anything that I would ever gravitate towards. And I thought about, well, maybe I could cut these out and use them individually as pieces of ephemera. No, this is not the kind of ephemera that I would use. So I'm going to see if I can come up with a couple of ideas for us to be able to use these papers. Even though I'm not fond of them, they wouldn't be a go-to paper for me. Maybe it'll give you some ideas on ways that you can use papers that you have that aren't your go-to papers either. So I'm going to bring in my stylus, and I think what I'm going to try to do with all of these is make them one-sheet crafts so that I'm not doing a whole bunch of piecing together. So the first thing that I'm going to do with this one, we're just going to turn it into a nice little bag. So I am going to score at 5.5. Then I'm going to score at 11 1/8. Then I'll turn it this way, and I'm going to score at 2. And I'll turn it this way, and I'll score at 2. And then we're going to fold and burnish all of those scores. This can also double as an envelope if you want. So I'm going to take my finger blade we're going to remove this corner piece here, and we'll remove the corner piece here. Then I'll take my finger blade, and on that score mark, I'll angle, and we'll angle here. And y'all, you're getting to see me do some real-time paper crafting because I'm just making this up on the fly as I go. So I'm going to take my tape runner, and I'm just going to add some tape here so that we don't have to worry about cutting off anything. Let me go ahead and just angle in a little bit to get that out of the way. I'm trying to minimize the amount of cutting that we actually have to do. So now I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to round these two. Then I'll take this piece. I'm going to take my tape runner and just add a piece of tape there. And then I'll take this piece and I'm just going to open it and add some tape right there. That way it'll definitely stay closed. I'll just take this and fold it over like that. And then we're going to take our tape and place some tape right here and fold up. So we have this bag that when finished measures 8 by 6 5/8, and y'all, we can put a lot in this bag. So if you're looking to make a bag in a hurry, this is one of the ways that you can do it. We were able to take that not so attractive paper and turn it into a usable bag. I'm going to bring in this piece, and remember, I am doing this on the fly, so I don't really have a plan per se. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is I am going to score at 1 and at 9. Then I'll turn it and I'll score at 6. And then again, we're going to fold and burnish our scores. Then I'm going to take this and open it like this, and where that fold mark is, I will just angle, and then I'll rotate it to this end and do the same thing. So now I'm going to take my tape and fold over. Take my tape here and fold over. So now what I'm creating is a nice little pocket. This can be an insert, or we can put some nice little pieces of ephemera or paper, stationery paper, all types of little goodies. So I'm just going to leave that as is. So now we have a nice little 6 by 8 pocket that we can also add to our pile to be decorated. So y'all, then we have this one. I'm going to score at 2.5, rotate it and score at 2.5 again. Then I'll turn it to this side and I'm going to score every 2.5 inches. So 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. Then we're going to fold and burnish all of our scores, and we are just going to make quick and easy box that we can use anytime. So I'm just going to remove the corner pieces. Like this. Remove this corner piece and this one. And this becomes my adhesive flap. So all I'm going to do now, everywhere that I have a score mark, I'm just going to angle. All right, so now I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to place down some tape on the inside flaps of 2 of my tabs, and I'll explain which 2. So here is my adhesive flap. I'll skip this one, and we're going to place our adhesive on every other one, like that. Then I'll flip this over, and I'm going to place some adhesive on this piece, and now we can put our little box together. I am just going to take this and flatten it like that, get it nice and stuck, and then I'll fold in my side pieces like that. We'll fold up and over. This will be one of those boxes that closes without a flap that goes in. And there is our box. All right, y'all, so the first one that I'm going to decorate is the box. I have these tags, and the tags are from 49 Market. And I'm just going to take the tag and we're going to put it right there. So then I have this nice little birdie flower that I'm just going to take and put right there. So even though I still don't like this paper, it's a little bit more pleasing to my eye in the form of a box dressed up with a few pieces of beautiful embellishments. And I can still open this if I want by lifting up and opening the box, so I can place something in here. Then I have these 49 Market pieces here. I am going to grab some to see what we can possibly do to this. Let's see. And y'all, I think I'm going to take this and place it on top. So I'm just going to use my tape and just place some tape. And then I'll take this and we'll place it right there, just like that. Nothing over the top, just something very simple for the outside of this to make it a little bit more pleasing to the eye. Like I said, this pattern isn't for me at all, but we can do things with it that might make it work in our paper crafting. And then my last one is this piece. I have a little piece of scrap left. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of a border. So I'm going to take some tape, add some tape to the back of this 4x4 cut apart. We're going to place it down on this piece. I don't have a whole lot of border, but I also don't want to pull out any more scrap either. So I am just going to trim away like that, and my trimming could have been a little bit better. And so now we're going to take this piece. I'm going to add just a little bit of tape to the back, and we'll take this and we're just going to place it down like that, just adding something simple to it to really take away from the paper. So if you don't really happen to like the paper, do little things that'll draw the eye away from the paper. So what I have here is that box that I made of this paper that I'm not fond of at all, but I tell you what, now that I've made the box and put this on it, I can live with this as being something I would give to someone in this paper dressed this way. These two still are not favorites of mine, but I like them better than I did when they were just the patterns that they were. This is how it looked before. And this is what we did to it. We just added something that would say, okay, don't look at this, look at this. So I'm sharing this video with you to let you know that I too have papers that I absolutely think are ugly and I don't like, and it's okay if you have them too. Hopefully this will give you some ideas on ways that you can pull them out and use them, add a few embellishments to them, and make them look better than they did when they were just sitting, going unused in your stash. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this quick and easy way that we can take papers that we are not fond of and turn them into projects that can be useful. We have a box. We have a nice folder that can be used for so many different things. And we have a bag that we can put so many different things in. You can add some double stick tape and seal it. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.